We both had careers that were kind of going in directions we weren't thrilled with. We could kind of see the future and knew we got to make a change. So I had been for several years looking around at types of businesses that we could potentially open in town. So for a little while we had a bunch of different ideas flying about, but in the meantime we were getting into breweries. We were visiting them down in the States when we went for ski trips. One day I just said to Rob, we should open a craft brewery in Uxbridge.
And I just said, yeah. Like literally, it was like, yeah. Joanne started doing spreadsheets and writing up a business plan.
We had a lot of things to learn because we weren't coming at it from a brewing background, so we had to start really from scratch. Breweries are not cheap to start up. It's a lot of stainless steel. It's, leasehold improvements, a lot of investment. So we didn't have everything that we would need to start our own business.
We went to see about 5 or 6 different banks, or money lenders, people who would get involved with business, and the only positive response we got was Meridian.
Went and presented our plan and had a really great meeting, and we got the call a few weeks later saying, we'd love to work with you. Talk about welcoming and encouraging and exciting. It was a great day. So we were set up with a Canada Small Business Financing loan on the condition that we were able to pull together more financing. So we had to match the loan, which meant that we had to go into our community and find some local partners to also work together and pull together the equity that was required to balance off the loan. It was a little daunting at first to figure out how we were going to get that extra 50%, but after a lot of research, we said, why don't we just advertise in the paper? Is that allowed? Can we do that? Or we put a press release out. So the press release said, the second Wedge Brewing Company seeks investors in the local community. We had 10 meetings booked at a local pub, and we went and chatted with all these 10 people, after which we were able to just pick the one that made sense for us. We were extremely lucky. All of these are people who live right here in town and work in town and were interested in something strong for their community. We were looking to cut down on our cost of goods by buying our own canning line and having more control on our packaging. It was a fairly big investment, and we had to make a decision on how best to finance that. And Joe introduced us to Meridian One Cap.
We could buy a canning line, a labeler, and an in-feed table so that in the small space that we have, we could make it work. It meant that we're buying silver bullets, not labeled. So, I mean, it was a huge change in our business to be able to buy the canning line.
Most of the people we've dealt with at Meridian came from other larger banks and moved on to Meridian because of the values that they had, and we share those values, so it feels like a very comfortable place for us. Like, we really don't feel like we're a number. We feel like we're actual people and we're relating together. It's very nice. We didn't set out to be
the center of town, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
It's that way. We didn't do it.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with us. It's like we created a space, and people came and people contributed.
So between that and working with the artists of town and bringing in local music, we've been extremely lucky that it's all come together the way it has. Just all we have to do is be open to it. We want to keep building out and having more and more people know about us and come see us and find our beer at their local LCBO store, grocery store, restaurant. We would like to be bigger and better every year.